Well, we're back. I'm probably crazy for doing this, but Albinario has arrived, and the match is starting at 8:35. I'm going to do it. I'll regret it. I just hope it doesn't end up in long safety battles. But we're here and ready to go now. I went into Discord there. Steve was in Discord. He wasn't speaking in Discord, but he's made the big mistake of having his headset on voice activated, and that's something that you probably shouldn't do when you're leaving it unattended. And he can thank me for actually not being in Discord when I was doing a bit of explanation in that previous stream there. Yeah, I'm back. I'm seriously thinking about not doing it, but the match is due to start. The room should be going up in about 2-3 minutes at 8:35 British Summer Time. As I said earlier, Steve, when I messaged Steve about Albinario being late, he said he was probably going to be late. He was in a meeting, and yet when I went into Discord there, he's in Discord. His mic is kicking in and out every now and again with whatever noise is going on in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay out of Discord for his own sake, and rather than being in there and then something coming over the audio that we don't necessarily want to hear. And if he comes into the room, then I'll know that he's in Discord, so I won't go in for the time being. So we just wait until this room goes up, and I'll be, again, thanks to Barkers for hanging around. His time might be precious as well. He might be working tomorrow, we don't know. But either way, it looks as if the match is going to get done. So we will just bide our time until that room goes up. Well, welcome back to anybody who is there. Albinario has arrived. The room will begin up any second now. 8:35 is the hour, and we've just gone past that. The room is now up. And we'll get in, and we're waiting on both of them getting in. We'll have the lag for the break. So Albinario is in. Steve has arrived, so I'll go and get him in Discord. Good evening to Steve.
Good evening. Let me shut this music down.
Yeah, I could have embarrassed you, Steve. I came into Discord when I finished the stream just to see if you were there, and I could hear your Filipino housemaid singing.
No, that was Floor Jansen, who's an unbelievable Dutch singer.
Well, I just put 2 and 2 together, and I thought the housemaid was dusting round about the computer, because that's the one thing you don't want to do with a headset, is leave it on voice activated, because it was kicking in every now and again. And luckily I wasn't broadcasting at the time.
Well, I was going to shut it off when you came in.
So we've got the match on, but Barkers isn't in. He's not in a hurry to get into the room now. I'm probably crazy for doing this.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to go at some point. I've got a 5 o'clock. I may be able to be a little late, but at the latest I got to be there at 5:30.
Why do you have meetings at 5:30? That's going home time to any normal human being.
It's a dinner meeting.
Oh, right. So basically it's food again. That's all it is. You're calling it a dinner meeting, but it's basically food.
It's going to be good food.
No, the only good thing about it is you won't be feeding yourself now that you know that you're going to get fed. So
I already had my snack.
We have the lag.
So the Martian 808, is that 10?
I haven't a clue who it is.
I bet it's 10.
But I think the other guys might have knocked us in the head, because I told them I wasn't doing it. It was getting too late, and then I'm nuts doing it. Well,
nuts.
I'm not doing Friday Night 9-ball tomorrow night. I'll tell you that straight away.
But I'll tell you what, if you're gonna be nuts, this is a good match to be nuts on, because this should be a great match. I'm gonna pick Barkers. I think Albin could make this close. I think Barkers has got too much in the tank for Albin. But we'll see. I mean, obviously Albin's a great player, so anything could happen here.
Now I'm just tabbing out for 1 second. Hang on. Let me just go into there. And just
that was a huge mistake there, boy. Oh boy, that wasn't good at all. Albin right off the bat. I'm not. Boy, it almost looks like he did not look at the pack before he played that shot, because he had almost no chance of pulling that off without selling out.
Well, this is this either works or it doesn't work. He's looking at the stun to stay in the black here.
Yeah, I mean,
those 2 reds and nudge them out of the way.
Well, he's got it. If he hits the one in between on the right side just like that, he was guaranteed to get a shot, but he hit it too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was afraid of getting stuck on the one, but really those were gonna move. They were close enough together. He didn't have to hit it that hard. He hit it extra hard, and now he's got a tough shot.
If he'd got too much of the second red, the furthest away red, he could have ended up behind the other red, and he did overdo it with the pace.
He hit it on the perfect line. He just hit it too hard. Well, that's a shame, because he did everything right except the speed, and a lot of that, when you're trying to stun it over, a lot of that's just maybe he hit it just a little bit too much in the left side of the pocket. When you're hitting it that hard, it's going to move the cue ball more.
Well, he made sure that he played the yellow in such a way that he was going to use that blue to cover the open red, and he's going to have the same problem.
Well, Albin dodged a bullet there, because he made a pretty bad mistake. He may need to dodge another one here too. We'll see if Barker's got any inclination to shoot at this.
Yeah, he's going to have a go at this. He'll roll it in. He'll be on the black. The only thing is that if he rolls it in too soft, he's going to be stuck in the cushion.
Yeah, he's got it's a little more than a dead pocket speed. He's got to get it to move down a little, and that's going to be good. Yeah, he's on it nice because he can take the red below it then. Yeah, now a lot of this is going to come down to how these guys play. I mean, if Barker plays like he did last match we streamed, he's going to be very difficult to beat. But you know, it's a new day. You just don't know how guys are going to come out and play.
Well, he's got a nice little angle in the red here just to dink back.
Well, he's got to keep angle. Yeah, he did. He's got enough angle. This is going to be, he's going to have to draw this so he doesn't get stuck. He's going to hit this hard because he's got not a lot of angle. Boy, he didn't get enough draw on it. Did he get away with it? Oh, boy, I don't know. I don't think he did. Let's see. Does this other one go? Yeah, the one goes in the middle. He's got the shot in the middle. Boy, he just, you know, I saw where he put his Q-tip, and he really didn't put his Q-tip that low. And that's why it didn't draw through the rack. I mean, he was going to have to really juice that to get it to come all the way through the rack.
Now he's looking around. The question is whether he's again going to be brave enough to play the stun, because that's really what he should be doing to get back in the black.
Yeah, I mean, he could roll it and take a harder shot on the black. I mean,
well, this angle. The other thing though is if he bails out on the green, he's got that red into the side pocket near bulk, so that would be another way to do it.
Well, this angle isn't too bad on the. Oh, he missed it too. Oh, not only did he not stun it, he missed it.
Yeah, he just.
Well,
that's a plain ball. You've got to be brave and play the stun, because that's the one surefire way you've got control of the cue ball.
And these pockets, you can hit it hard into them. I mean, I don't know if you first remember when I first did these pockets, I had a problem where the brown part of the pocket, the wood part, was kicking the ball out too much. And I fixed that, and you can hit the ball really hard into these side pockets. Now, if you catch the rail, you know, the bumper, and you're hitting it hard, it's not going in.
It'll still spin out, yeah. Which you would expect anyway.
Well, you can hit it pretty hard and hit the back part of the bumper, and it'll still go in. I mean, if you're not hitting that, you can blast it full blast, and it's going in the pocket. So I'm a little surprised you didn't play the stun shot.
Albinario, again, he can work with the two reds that are in the open, but he can get that angle in the black and try and really open this table up. He's probably going to, I don't know whether he's going to try and play for that red at the back of the bunch. It's a bit tight, but he
looks like he is.
He's played it well.
I'm just surprised that this match, Barkers has already made one little boo-boo when he didn't get position on the black, and he made a big boo-boo missing that red there, and Albin's already made you know, a couple mistakes. I mean, this match has been very sloppy so far for the players of this level.
They're just warming up. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing about playing in tournament matches is by the time you warm up, you could already lost the match.
Yeah, you want to hit the ground running all the time, but you know, sometimes it takes a little while to warm up. But as I say, as you say, if you take too long to warm up, the match you'll be chasing your tail at the end of it.
I can tell you all about that. Between being a slow starter anyways, and then I don't play much pool, I mean, I've taken myself, I can't tell you how many times I've gone into the loser's bracket first round just because I couldn't get it going against people I should beat easily, and I lose. Then you're down to one bullet for the tournament. But you know, you can't afford to start matches slow against good players. Not too much. You know, you might get away with it once in a while if they struggle too, but it's not a good formula.
No. Decision here. This isn't. I mean, to try and.
Well, this is
anything with a pack off.
This is tough. This is tough. No, he can get into him. He risks scratching. He can miss the pink and get into him.
He's just trying to get this one into the side. Yeah, I like that idea. The problem is that going into them though from that blue, you want the pink to be on top of the edge. You don't want the pink to have that sort of gap, because then anything can happen. If you hit it half ball or something.
But I wasn't talking about hitting the pinks. I was talking hitting it straight into the reds. The problem with that shot is that you could go in off because you're hitting a glancing blow on the side of the pack, and that's risky.
Well,
now if you draw it into that, but that's tricky to do. You got to put a lot of speed on it to miss the pink.
Now the angle he's got in the blue is, I think, too much to try and hold for that red behind the pink.
Yeah, if you're going to blast this, you need to miss that pink. You really want to get into the second red as full as you can, and if you can hit this with some draw and do it.
He's trying to come up for that, the red behind the pink. He needs to get there. He's left it short.
That's a little bit short, but I mean, he can shoot it. I mean, the shot here is just come out for the pink or the blue. I mean, it's just natural. You can just try to make this. I think if you just try to make it, the line's going to be for the pink. You'd be
around that, but he's just lining up the cut angle.
Yeah, this is just should be easy to get on the pink. He's coming all the way up for the blue.
And that's perfect as far as getting on the blue goes, but
he may shoot the pink here because
pink,
you can move the balls. Now, I don't think you can really hit this hard because you don't want to loop around and not get much of it. You can hit this firm, but not like really hard.
Well, what he wants to do is just sort of run off.
He's gonna run off of him.
He didn't. The other side. That'll do though. He can get there. Yeah. See,
I would have hit that a little harder, but that was a safe play. He made sure he got into him, and he got away with it. He got one. I was thinking a little firmer than that.
He's got the angle to get onto the black. Plus, he's got the red below the pink again. There's another red below the pink.
Yeah, and does he have anything in the other pocket? Not really. He's only got the one pocket.
Well, the one thing would be that if he can get on that red in such an angle where he can brush off the other two reds and go through for the black, he might free something else up. He really has to do that to keep this break going.
Yeah, that red does go in the middle too. It goes in two pockets, but it's the only red that goes.
No, that's no good, I don't think, is
what
it?
Is he doing? Well, I guess he's trying to get on this pink. It does go.
Well,
and
that's perfect.
I don't know if that's what he's trying, but it's perfect. Now he can move him because you can hit this pretty firm. I don't see really much danger of making a red, so you can go ahead and open these up pretty good.
Break goes to 42.
Now, I expect him to hit this pretty firm. Oh, God, he didn't. I mean...
Well, he's got a cut, but it's not great.
He just didn't hit it hard enough. Yeah. When you've got a shot like that, the main thing you've got to look at is, if I really get into these and spread them, what's the possibility that one of them's going in the pocket? And you look at the pack and you decide where they're kind of going. And I looked at it there, and I thought, you could hit this really hard, and you're not gonna end up making a ball. And he just kind of dinked it, and that's not enough to spread him.
Well, that was a nice little recovery, but once again,
yeah, I mean, well, he's got the top red goes, and that's it. Well, I guess it's not the top, it's the second one down.
Side, the very bottom one.
Yeah, he's got two reds that go.
He needs to watch the pace. I think he's good for the one at the bottom. He's good for the one at the bottom.
Actually, there were three reds that went, so he's good here.
Now, problem is he's got a very slight angle now. Can he miss the black and come out the other side?
You stun run this, and you can. If you just roll this, no. You got to kind of stun run it to get the ball to slide sideways.
Yeah, well, that'll
watch out.
Go in.
Watch out. Oh, that was... Yeah, well, that was the other play, is to run into the black, but that was almost I might have just lost the frame shot.
Now, there's a narrow window to get into here. In fact, looking at those other two reds, I mean, that's too tight to try and get on one of them good, but that one there, if I can get my arrow to work. That one there, there's a small area to get into it, and he's way short. Now, how does it look from his side? Well, I don't think that he can get into that enough in between those two to cut that. He's looking at it, but he's trying to convince himself he can get there. I don't think he can. I don't think it's on. Yeah, he's just looking to tuck in behind the black. So the break is going to end in 61. And
he's got an option of going up table here. He can skim that one red on the top, and
yeah, that's
he can keep them, but he can keep them pretty much together because it's going into the lower red, and then it's going to kind of slide a little bit behind the other red, and
it's really touchy though, Steve, on this table.
It's not as touchy as you think because of the gaps there and the fact that it's going to hit one ball and then the next, and if you hit it thin enough or it doesn't hit it, yeah,
well, the line isn't bad because he's left nothing on there, and he's covered the other red.
He didn't hit that as good as he could have.
But he's left an escape route here for Barkers.
But I think he shot the right shot, because I think if you're trying to get it behind the black there, that was difficult. I mean, he may not have got him snookered, but this is a danger time for Barkers too. I mean, this is a shot that could go wrong.
Got to get this thin, wafer thin, this back red.
Yeah. Well, he hit it good. He missed the blue, which was the first problem, but did he get behind it?
Soft.
Yeah.
I mean, he did get the distance, but he still left Albie an escape route. That's the problem.
It's not just an escape route. I mean, this is sitting really good to put him on the yellow, and then he's got the brown and the blue too. This is sitting really, really good. Now, he looks like he might be looking to shoot it, which I don't think he can do. But you skim the left side of that red and come around two rails, and it's on a perfect line to really get him in trouble.
Well, I think
he's trying to make this.
Oh, this is crazy, because there's still enough points in the table here for Barkers to win this.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that's up. I don't know why he's not playing safe there.
I'd be running for cover all the time here. He's looking to see where the red's going. See if he hits the red on the outside and it pushes it towards the black. That's fine.
You got to play the score. I mean, that's the bottom line, is you got to play the score. And in this situation, if this was Barkers, maybe you go for it. But Albin needs to play safe here, especially since he's got a lock-up safety if he hits this right.
Welcome to.
I mean, it's sitting perfect to go. It's sitting perfect to go behind the brown or the yellow.
Yeah, just not.
And he got it a little too thick too. That was a little too thick. It was running at the brown. It needed to be a little wider.
This would be crazy for Barkers to play a cut and try and bump that red and black and bring them out.
Well, but he could. I mean, the thing is he's the one that's down. So if you were ever going to take a chance, this is the situation you want to do it in when you're this far behind.
Yeah, he's using
now you can say
stopper.
The only time I probably wouldn't have shot that is if I thought I had a really good chance of getting a lockup safe, because you've got to take advantage of the opportunities you get. He may not get that good a shot again.
Well, this is better.
Yeah.
Is it going to come out the other side for that red on the far side? Yeah, it's left an edge.
You can see the edge. But, I mean, that was a little bit more of a conservative play. I would think, I'm not a snooker player, but I would have thought in that situation he would have shot at that red. But we'll see what happens here. I mean, this kind of safety game, maybe Barkers feels he's got a big advantage in the safety game over Albin. Maybe he figures he's much better at this and he's gonna win out.
Well, Barkers has to get this cue ball awkward for Albie here, and it's
not
awkward.
He just hit it. He hit it almost, but not quite right.
Well,
And
that's...
Albin may shoot at this.
Oh, he will. Yeah, he will.
It's a safe shot because it's coming up table.
Oh, he's just dropped in there. So
Yeah.
that's frame ball pretty much, and he's going to probably nail Barkers in behind the yellow.
I think Barker's made a mistake not shooting at that red when he had the chance to. That's my view. And of course, I guess it sort of played out that it didn't work. I mean, if he would have hit a better shot the last time at the table, maybe he would be winning from there.
It goes back to your comment earlier, Steve, where, you know, whether Albie should have shot something when he was that far in front, and whether Barkers would because he was that far behind. And Barkers probably should have had a go at that red, because it was his chance to, you know, not only get himself back into the frame, but maybe pinch it. Welcome back to Cobra.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I've got a bit of buffering happening in YouTube here, I've noticed.
Well...
Yeah, I've got a...
Barkers is going to look to get the snooker. What has he got here? He's got... he needs 45. And there's...
43 in the table.
43 on the table, so he needs a snooker.
And it's not a bad table. He's got to get this pink, though. That's the first thing he has to do.
I'm a little surprised he didn't run up the table on that. I mean, why didn't he go up the table and try to play a snooker?
Well, the thing is that had he gone up the table and took the black would have been on its spot. And
no, I would have gone up the table and taken the blue because it's right next to the black, you know.
Yeah, but
he's played safe on it.
Yeah, but he's never guaranteed he was going to get good in the blue
to
get back up for that red.
I guess he needs the points. I guess he has to make a play for the points.
He's got little points to play for with the fact that he needs that one snooker. But I think if he'd got up the table and got good in the black, that would have been perfect because of the red being right behind the black. He could have easily nailed Albinario.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That would have been the play. To shoot the black, bring the cue ball down here by it, and then pin him on the black. You're right. That was the play. And
now he needs to overcut
some of those things aren't obvious to me because I don't play snooker, but you're absolutely right. That was the play. I mean, this play is nowhere near as good as he would have been if he could have locked it on the black.
See, this is too easy to hit.
Yeah, you lock it on the black, and you know.
That's what I would have done. You know, I would have done exactly that. I would have tried to get onto the black, get it on its spot, and work with the red where it was now.
Yeah. But once you need snooker, there's no foul and miss. So
yeah. Again, it's an overcut here. He shouldn't be going for this. He's got to overcut this and keep this red in the table, and duck for cover.
Yeah, he needs to try to pin him on a ball back there.
Overcut to the side cushion and onto the top cushion like that. Watch the cue ball.
Watch out.
Disaster.
Well, I think we're just about done with this. What's he behind now?
It's not over yet.
Now he's behind 7. It's still one snooker.
He's, what is he? He's 40.
Well, 2. I think he's behind 7 now, right?
No, wait a minute. Let me get my head around this. He's 42 behind us, 43 in the table. Am I
okay,
right?
So behind. Yeah.
Well, he can win it with the red and the black, and now he has to go for it. He's got his chance.
Yeah, I forgot he made that pink. So yeah, and this is pretty easy shot. You got to go up and down. I would never shoot this to just roll up and get the black. I'm going up and down every time on this shot.
Well, he's going to just gently pot this and come up the table. That's what he's going to do.
I think that's hard to get to speed.
No, he isn't. Oh, well, look that he hit that all wrong because look where the cue ball is. He did no shot at all.
It almost looked like he was playing for a snooker. I mean, he hit that so bad.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he was doing, but obviously he certainly wasn't playing for the black. And he could find himself in bother here. He's going to be in trouble. Or is he? Oh,
Nope,
there's just an
he's
edge.
got the edge. Yeah. And this is a little tricky because when the ball's this close to the rail, it really wants to pop out. So you got to hit this pretty thin.
Well, this is the eye test, this one.
Oh, he hit it good.
Oh, he's not got the pace though. He's getting
Needs to run. Needs to run. Yeah, he left it. Oh, boy, that was pretty good. He just needed a little thinner or a little harder, one or the other. Oh.
Well, that settles it.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it there.
That settles it. He's on the green. He can just...
well, he can't shoot the green.
Okay,
I don't think it goes.
No,
I don't think so.
He's snookered.
He's going to shoot the black. Well, he's going to try to draw back in the corner pocket.
That'll do. So first frame to Albinario. Barkers did have a glimmer of a hope there.
Yeah, well, Barkers didn't deserve to win that frame. He made some big mistakes in it.
So ultimately, it was Albinario's 61 break that got the frame by the scruff of the neck. It was just the getting over the line bit that took a bit longer than we expected.
Well, Albin needed to do that. He needed to get up on Barkers, and it'll be interesting to see if Barkers continues to make mistakes or goes into the mode he played in last match where he played great. Because it's only one game.
Barkers is a snooker player. He ain't going to change his way of going about things. He's just he's going to just hope he's got the errors out of his system.
Yeah,
the one way to do that is to get in first and get a decent break.
I think you need to do that. You need to have a plan and play that plan. I mean, that's really important in any of these games. Is you got to have a game plan coming in of how you're going to play somebody. And obviously he has decided he's going to play on the conservative side, and he's probably going to stick with that plan. I thought he was a little too conservative given the score, not shooting at that one ball, but I'm expecting him to not shoot at things much based on how that first rock went.
Now he knows that potting this red, he's going to be running very tight with the cue ball if he's running through. That's the problem with this shot, and I don't think he's that keen on it.
Well, at least Albin's not going to lose 6-0 like he did to Cobra and Banks. I mean, he already got his ass kicked last match. I'm sure he doesn't want the same thing this match.
Yeah,
I mean, you think about it. How many times has Albin lost like 2 matches in a row? Has it ever happened?
That's why he stunned that in there. He didn't want to go forward because the line was not good. So he's got away with it though pretty much. Albie would be nuts to it. This would be a hysteric shot. That red in the side of the back there.
Well, what he did was he said, okay, the only one I can sell out is the one I'm shooting. I mean, I guess
exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, you're still taking a chance, but this is no good.
Well, it's actually
and he could almost shoot at this and play for the blue, except that no, he can't. There's that one red sitting there. He can't shoot at this.
No, shoot at what, Steve? What was you thinking he was going to shoot at and play for the blue?
And cut the ball down the rail.
Oh, forget that.
But he can't do it because there's a red sticking out.
Yeah, that's his snooker, Steve. You don't go for crazy shots like that down the rail.
Well, you can go for anything you want as long as you can protect the cue ball. That's the thing. This situation is a lot like one pocket. You can shoot whatever you want as long as you protect the cue ball.
Well, you see, the main thing here is using that red to get back into bulk, and Barkers might do that now. He might do that now. He can try and get behind the green.
This is a little tricky. I don't think he'll do that. He's going to have to hit that with too much pace. Even if you go to the other side rail and out, there's too much pace.
What you'll see in real life is you'll see pros doing this where they'll play a red like that off the side cushion, they'll play it into the pack, and they'll get the cue ball pretty good, and they'll put, they'll give their opponent like a, take it or leave it shot.
It's a trap shot.
Yeah.
But the thing is you got to be real confident that you can put the ball back there, and
you have to be able to dish it up. Yeah.
Given what we've seen of Barker's and the fact that he's come out with a real conservative mentality, that's just not a conservative shot. I mean, I think it's a good shot. I agree. I mean, that's an aggressive play.
I'll tell you this: somebody's going to do it sooner rather than later. That red.
Well, this angle's a little better.
Yeah.
He could do it here, and he's not gonna.
See, now what he's done is he's brought one into play. And how's that look for cover?
No, yeah. So now things are going to start getting tougher. And let's see, that ball goes in the middle. He can't get that ball out of there. It's too risky. If that one ball wasn't popped out, maybe he could do it. But with that ball sitting out, he can't afford to try to move that. So he looks like he's going to go into the pack here. Yeah, he's going at the top ball.
Yeah.
And this should be okay the way they're sitting. Yeah.
That now leaves it awkward for Barkers because he'll just, he'll just bunt that red and stop behind the pink, I think.
Yeah, put another one out into play. That's what he needs to do, is put that right out in the middle of the table. He's putting this one out, and that's not that productive. Your shot was way better, Hugh.
No,
because
looking at that red though, the red's too tight to the pink, Steve. Now that I'm looking at it, it's too tight.
Well, he had the angle to do it before. This is no good, but Albin had the angle. He could have put it out there, and this angle's no good either. Well, I think Albin had an angle. He could have put it out and put it behind the pink and put a ball in the middle of the table, which is, that's kind of the ultimate trap in this game, isn't it? Put one in the middle of the table and don't give your opponent a shot at it.
Yeah, but now, you see, the thing is, now there is a red out in the open in this right-hand side. It could end up call a draw this frame.
Well, that's been there for a while.
Because neither of them want to go at the table now.
The problem now is that red's been moved right against the pink, and unless it's a perfect angle, you can't play that shot.
Yep.
Albin had a chance to really put him in trouble, and he didn't take it. So now it's going to be a dink fest.
Yeah, there's nothing doing there at all, so they're just going to tip-tap until they get fed up.
Well, he could take this ball up table. He could come off the red he's right next to and go 3 rails and try to get it behind the green and brown. I mean, that's a dangerous shot, but look at it this way. The black doesn't go, the pink doesn't go. Mm-hmm. So even if you don't get behind him, you leave him up at the end of the table, it's a hard shot to make that red and come back from the blue. I probably would have taken it up table there, 3 rails and try to come behind the green and brown. Now this angle's no good for it, but Barker's had a good angle to do it, but he's going to continue to do his, I'm going to play safe.
Yeah, here we go, call a draw. Commentator called it.
So I think Barker should have taken a chance there. Because I thought he was sitting good where he could, he's staying consistent with his conservative play. But I thought, the way those balls were sitting, he could have played up table and potentially a game-winning shot. And even if he didn't get the snooker, it would have been very difficult for Albin to make that red and get on the blue or come up table.
Well, this should be an easy safety. You bunt the red into the black.
Yeah.
Or over that direction. That was nice and thin.
But it's interesting, Barkers has decided this is how I'm going to play, and it's not a bad strategy. The problem with that strategy, though, the way it gets you in trouble is
he's brought one into play.
When you play too conservative, unless you can get the guy snookered, eventually you're going to give something up.
So red is on. Problem is,
he's shooting this. You can get on this, but it's tricky. you can dink this and get on it. Or you can try to stun behind it, which is very difficult. I would be dinking this. I think he can dink this and get on the block.
Problem is the black. Now this could end up being one of these touching balls on the red, Steve.
No.
Watch for this bug. Unless he bumps the red, he's going to try and bump the red off the black spot here, or at least he'll have to, because it won't go in its spot, and it will go behind that red, and this is where the bug can appear.
If he tries to bump this off, the problem with that is that there's a good chance the cue ball is going to be blocking the block.
Let's see.
He's going to have to hit this pretty hard.
Well, he
did it. That was a nice shot. Yeah, he did hit it hard. That was a nice shot. Because he had to move 2 balls there, and he did it. That was the way to do it. You didn't want to try to slide straight across.
So that's freed up the black spot, and he's got a couple of more reds to work with. He's also got the red to the left of the pink. It will go into the corner, so...
Oh, he came up short on this blue. He may be shooting the green here.
In fact, that
red's
too tight.
This is difficult. This is going to be difficult to get on the red here, because the easy path on the green is up the wrong side of the rack.
Oh,
and he's coming around for it.
And that looks very nice. That was well
played.
Wow,
what a shot. That was a great shot. That wasn't just well played. That was a fantastic shot. Wow.
Played.
I'm impressed. That was a fantastic shot. Yeah, I mean, this is just... Ah, boy, I don't think he wanted to be right there. Let's see. Well, I guess he's going to play for this other red. He's a little funny here.
Mm-hmm. I think,
but he can stun it.
Yeah, if he slams it in, he'll be on the red, but he's going to end up probably running up table.
He may go forward and try to come across. No, he's going to stun it. That's what he did. Wow, what a good shot that was.
Yeah, that'll do.
I'll tell you what, this Barkers is an impressive player. I mean, I don't know that his potting and cue ball skills are necessarily better than Albin's, but he certainly knows how to play snooker better than Albin. I mean, you can just tell by the way he plays the game. It's pretty impressive watching what he's doing.
Now, quick look at that cue ball where it's sitting. That red at the back of the bunch where the cue ball goes as well.
What is he doing? Is he stunning up for the blue?
No, he's just thinking through the black. He wants the angle on the black to get up for that red.
Well, the reason why I said that is because he was putting the tip in a funny place. I guess he's going up for this red on the bottom. Okay, I didn't quite understand what he's doing. Now I get it.
He needs to punch that through.
No, he didn't hit it hard enough.
That's
perfect.
Perfect.
Yep, that is good. Stun back. Yeah, his control is good.
This is a crucial one. He needs to get square on this black ball.
But the key thing about the way he plays is he plays off stun really well. That's a little more angle than he wanted.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit problematic because he is going to hit it with a lot of draw. And, that angle is a little bit tough.
I'll tell you, he's got away with it.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky.
So the break ends in 29.
Yeah, he just got a little bit more angle than he wanted, and even hitting it, not really hard, he still didn't get the ball in. And it was going to be hard to come up with a shot on that unless you hit it pretty hard.
Well, I think that red to the left of the pink can cut in the side.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to cut it in the middle.
No, he's not.
He's playing safe. I think that was a wise move. You could only lose the game from there. Winning it was going to be tough. All right, so here we go again. That one red that's up there by the blue is, going to be a potential problem for these guys. Although it only goes in the one corner. So
Barkers is more interested in where that second red's going. He's playing the plant so that red goes behind the black onto the top cushion, and he's bringing the cue ball back to baulk. That's what he's looking at.
I don't think he's going to play the plant.
He's playing it so the red plants the other red onto the cushion and behind the black. Watch this. In fact, he played the other red. and it's done the same thing though. The other red's gone behind the black, but
yeah, but he just gave up a shot.
yeah.
The question is, I thought he should have tried to play behind the green. Hit that thinner and play behind the green. And the reason why is you couldn't sell out either of these balls.
Well, the shot I was talking about initially was the shot that would have got him there. Where he planted the two reds.
Yeah,
well, that's a good shot.
I thought he should have played thin off of them and got the line to come behind the green, because even if he didn't get there, he wasn't going to sell a ball out. And maybe he got that cranked more than he wanted. Maybe that was what he was playing, and he just hit it too thick or something. I'm not sure.
Well, the pink does go into the other corner pocket, but it's tight as to whether it will spot, and if it does, it's dead. But the black's available, so he's got one big colour to work with. He's had a quick look at the pink. But he's in good, reasonable position here to score a few points.
Oh yeah, Albin's in control. He's in a position to score a lot of points. He's in a position to win this frame right now. I mean, everything's pretty open. I mean, the biggest problem with the way this is sitting right now is the fact that the pink doesn't spot there, and it's too congested. But if he can keep playing the black, that doesn't matter.
He's just left himself a little bit short on that red above the black. That was what he wanted to play.
Yeah, he's going to play up table here, and he should be okay.
Now he's got a.
I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised he came back that much, because if you miss on the short side, you still got the ball on the rail. If you miss on the long side like he has, now it starts getting tricky.
Well, if you
could have been high. You could have been a lot of places. This is not the best place to be here.
If he plays a stun in the middle of them there, he'd be really unlucky not to be on something.
The question is, can he hit this easy and get by that one red? And I don't think he can. No. So he's going to draw this.
Might be going up for the red up with the blue. I don't know whether he can get away from them though. Yeah, he's played a little. He's looking for a little gentle cannon there.
Oh boy,
that will do.
Yeah, he did get there. Yep. So like, this is a pool player shot here.
Forward with left hand side, just to push away from the black.
A snooker player's not going to play it like that. A snooker player's going to stun that. I mean, that's the thing about Barkers, is you watch the way he plays like a snooker player. I mean, he's stunning the ball in those kind of situations.
Now this needs to just be a nice, not a heavy shot. You need to get that cue ball out of there. So this is not a difficult pot, and he's played it well. Now again, he can play for the cannon here.
Yeah, the bottom line with these two guys is it's really going to come down to who makes less mistakes, because they both can run a lot of points.
If he stuns up into the two of them, he's going for the one in the middle now. So you could have played the stun into those two.
I'm a little surprised he didn't do that, because
again, he'd be unlucky not to be on one of the other two below the pink.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to play the pink. But yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't do that. Now he's going to go up and run into the two by the pink spot. I mean, because it's sitting good for that. These other ones go in the corners. Yeah, boy, this will be interesting to see how he plays it. I'd try to go straight up into those balls by the pink spot. He's not going to do that. He's coming up for the one between them.
That'll work. Now, he's going to catch a big chunk of that other red.
Yeah, that's okay though, because you can control that. The problem though is that you just want to roll through on that. Let it hit it and let it go through, just like that. That's perfect. Because that way you couldn't cover the black with the red.
Well, now he's, what is he? He's, what? Oh, he's only 15 in front. Break goes
Yeah,
to
well,
44.
Albin's
51.
making Barkers pay for that mistake of not getting the. I don't know if he didn't play the right shot or he just hit it bad, but he needed to play that safety shot over behind the green and not into the center of the table where he got.
Well, I'm expecting him to clear the table here, get a ton on the board.
It's always interesting, you know, like when a good player does that, you know, I always want to ask him, did you mean to put it? Did you play that shot the way you wanted, or were you trying to get over here, or what were you trying to do? What were you thinking? Because, you know, it's either a strategy mistake or it's an execution mistake. I mean, there's no doubt it was a mistake.
So that takes him to, what does it take him to? 60. Black will take him to 67. And now there's still 35 in the table, so definitely the century is on.
So Stubb wants to get banned. Stubbs trying to figure out how he can get his ass banned.
Anyway, five different VP4 names. Yes, it will be hard pushed to guess it's Stubb when he comes in under a different. But I don't think he's got enough sense to make a different profile. So, can he do the clearance for the century? Obviously,
Yeah,
can't get a high break.
This is
This for 102 clearance. I think he's just going to go a wee bit too far, is he? He's still okay, he can just roll through. He's rolling away from the pink slightly, but he wants to actually roll away far enough so that he can open up the angle in the pink. Well, he's got fizz in the cue ball to get around the corner. That was well played.
Yeah, that's a good angle.
Now, again, he's got a choice. He can go, I think he can go forward and come out the other side of the black.
He's going to stun this.
Yeah.
Stun is safer. It's just less, in that situation, there's less that can go wrong.
So Albinario is back in the match, well and truly. Break of 102.
He's not just back in it, he's leading 2-0, and Barkers is going to get himself in trouble if
Why did I say that? See, that shows you I'm tired, because I was thinking Albie had lost the first frame. There you go.
Yeah, no.
I'm going downhill fast.
Well, I'm expecting Barkers to come back, but he's just got to stop making so many mistakes, because obviously Albin came to play.
Well,
I mean, Barkers hasn't done a lot wrong, but it's been enough with a guy like Albin playing well.
Well, Albie's looking at this red. I don't know whether he can get enough of it. No, he couldn't. He'd taken his eye off the shot because he ended up clipping the green.
Is he going to get lucky and at least not sell out?
Yeah. And Barkers won't put him back in because Albie will get it right the second time, so Barkers should be just ducking up table himself here. I mean, is he trying to roll that into the side pocket, or is he just...
Well, that's a crazy shot. If you're going to shoot it, you shoot it up table.
He's looking around at options, but I think his only options to make sure he gets the cue ball into this bottom left-hand pocket.
It's worth taking a look at the rack and, all that stuff. But, no, I think he's going to try to play this behind the brown, come off this red, let it come off the rail and try to get it behind the brown. Nope, he put him back in. Oh, he's replaying it.
Yeah, he's replaying it to give him the option. But the thing is, Albie might go a different route. Or
Well,
he'll
I
certainly
don't.
make sure he's not going to foul the green this time.
He's letting Albin shoot this, which
Right, that's what he wanted to do, put Albie in from there. But that's a bit crazy. I would never do that.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, there's some plays there. I mean, you can try to put this on the brown and put that red in the center of the table. It's not going to matter.
No, the shot is tuck that red onto the pink and get the cue ball down here.
Oh, that was a good shot. That was not an easy shot.
Yeah, and he only. That's why I said earlier there is Barker's going for that red into the side, and now he's gave it back to Albie, and Albie went for the red into the side.
Red's a little tricky because if you cut it short, you're okay, but if you hit it long, you just leave it right in front of the pocket. But, you know, Barker's is playing more conservative, and Albin's playing more aggressive, and so far this is working out Albin's way. You know, if you play more aggressive and you play really well, you're going to be hard to beat. Aggressive only sucks when, you know, you're not playing well and you keep screwing up.
Well, here we go. The big heave hole.
And he's got a pretty good angle here. I think he'll draw this a fair amount. Yeah.
Now he wants to get out of that. He wants to get out of that pack, though. He doesn't want to stick in.
Well, that's why you got to draw it.
And he's missing the ball. Hang on.
Oh, man.
Well, there's that shit one in that Steve talks about.
That was a big shit, is what it was.
Now it really hurts if Albie goes on to clear the table here.
Well, you know it's going bad for you when you're down 2-0. You haven't done a lot wrong, and then that happens.
Good evening to Jose.
That hurt. That hurt a lot. The only good thing is, you know, it could be worse. Things could have spread out worse.
Yeah, he's certainly got nothing easy, I don't think. Let's have a look at that right at the back of the bunch, not go. No,
he can shoot the ball. He can shoot the red that he's looking at right now. This isn't too bad. He can play position on the brown, just rolling it, or, you know, I don't know. You know, it's one of those shots where if you he's going to play. Now he's not playing aggressive, and that's not that good. This is a free shot here. He's got a free shot in this red because he can shoot this and play for the black, and he's not going to give up anything easy. The one red is still available if he misses it. But I think he'll stun this red and play position on the black. I mean, he needs to play a little more aggressively. I don't see him playing safe here.
The worry of trying to play safe in ball because the red that's up there on the right-hand side, you're leaving the red onto the side pocket.
He's looking like he's going to roll this, so he's very confident he's making this if he's not stunning back. Because if he rolls this, he's going to sell out if he misses it. But, you know, I mean, this is he stunning it? No, he's stunning it. That's the shot I thought he'd play. And he only left the one red, which wasn't a gimme shot. Now he needs to figure out how to make a lot of points. He'll stun this up and play one of those reds in the middle, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he could just roll through and play the one red in the middle. He doesn't have to stun up if he doesn't want to. Yeah, he's just going to roll this and play it. Nope, he's going to stun it. He's going to draw it. Okay, yeah, he did a little stun draw. And that was a little heavy, but he's okay.
Now, again, if he gets good in this black, although there's the reds in the open, if he gets good in this black, he could try and break these other ones open. But and he could do that from this black here if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't like this angle. I mean, because the way that pack is sitting, you need to get some speed, and This is not a great angle to speed. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if he takes a whack at this. I think he's just going to draw it back and shoot this one red out here in the middle. I'd be very surprised if he tries to move balls here, because unless you really rip this, there's a good chance of getting stuck in it.
Well, we'll soon find out. Yeah,
he's playing for the one red in the middle, and he came up short on it. Yeah, now the thing is he's got more shots though. I think he'll just roll this red closest to the side pocket up in the corner and play the pink. You gotta be you should be able to get to the rail before the side pocket and then get on the pink.
I'm just going to tab for a second, guys, to refresh my YouTube.
He's playing this in the side pocket, which I didn't think he'd do, but I guess he felt like, you know what? That's a pretty damn good angle he's got there. All right, here we go, folks. I mean, it's not the best break shot in the world, but I'm pretty sure he's going to take a whack at this. He's looking around trying to decide whether he wants to play some more balls or take a whack at this. I like taking a whack at this because once you put that pink up on the top, then you're much more limited.
Yeah, he's got to go for the hit here, I feel.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And you've got to get
that's a disaster. Boy, and that's a big side pocket. He had to hit that into the cushion. That's a pretty damn big pocket. He just didn't hit that good.
Well,
and I don't, you know what? For me personally, that shot on the snooker table into the middle from that kind of angle, I've always had trouble with that shot trying to aim it in VP4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in real life, I'd probably never miss that shot. But on VP4, that shot just seems like funny.
Well, that was a good shot there. Albie knew he had to hit that hard enough, not only to get the plant, but to make sure that the second red get out of the way to open up the pink. Problem is, though, that the black is blocked into one pocket as well. Although these reds are sitting nice, he may well just play into the gap here. I think he'll play in the gap.
Boy, that's going to be a little tricky. If he plays into the gap, he's gonna. I think that's a little tricky, that shot from the gap.
No, he's fine.
That's what he's doing.
No.
Well, you've got to really move this. The problem with this shot is it's going to hit the other red, and this is a little tricky to get on the black. I think you're better off trying to play for the pink here. This is tricky.
He may well just go through the shot so that he opens up the angle to the pink.
You don't want to go in off. He's going to hit this with a little bit of speed. Yeah, and that was a problem playing in the gap. Is that ball there was going to stop it? That's what I'm saying. You're better off playing for the pink. I think if he wanted to move the ball out of there, he should have drawn it. Now, he might have hit the other red. He might have hit the black. There was no guarantee. The way he shot it, he was guaranteed to get this. So that's the one good thing about it is if you're comfortable with that shot, you're guaranteed you're getting it.
Well, that's a good recovery in the black.
And I'll say this about good players. They're much more likely to go for something guaranteed that isn't optimal than take a chance on something that they're not really sure how it's going to work out. And Alvin shot the shot that was pretty much guaranteed to get that. By the way he hit it, he was trying to get more out of it, but that really wasn't going to happen in that situation.
That needs to keep rolling. Keep rolling.
He's in the nether world. That is terrible.
Well, the pink goes.
I think he's got to shoot it. He doesn't have any choice.
Yeah, well, he's got a horrible green where he's queuing over the red.
And he's got two pockets you can shoot the pink in. See which one he decides to do.
Looks like he's going up table.
Up table is more guaranteed you're going to get a good shot on the red.
Well, it's a vital shot, this, because he's leaving everything on here for Barkers.
Well, Alvin has pocketed balls very well this match.
And it caught the far jaw, and Barkers now.
I think I just commented cursed Albin.
Well, Barkers knows that this table has to be ran out. He has to put a score on the board here. Again, you want to send that message out to your opponent that you might be 2-0 down, but give me chances like this, I can dish up.
Your pick says play the top red. I didn't think the top red went.
No, the top red didn't go.
I didn't think it went in.
It didn't go. The other one below it was blocking it.
But, you know, I mean, he tried to get more out of it than he could have, but it wasn't a bad shot on the black. It's just not a shot a lot of people maybe enjoy.
It was probably 2 or 3 millimeters the wrong side to be really good on that red when he played that shot we were talking about. It was a tight space to get into, but he had to try and open up that table there to free up the black into both pockets. He had to get rid of those problem reds.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Barkers does the rest of this match, because he's been behind, he's had some problems, but I think he's, you know, the kind of player that's going to dig in and come back.
Yeah, you've just got to have faith in your ability that you can do things like this with a table like this and put everything away, because there's no reason you shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's only snooker. It's not like you're running the TT. I've been watching the TT, and oh my God, that's a crazy. You got to be absolutely out of your mind to run that thing.
Now, what's he doing? He's looking around, and
well, he's trying to decide what to do here. I think he's going to go forward on the block because he's got, you know, he could go forward and shoot the one on the side, or he could try to go around the corner, and he's got the one on the corner or the one on the side. He's coming back.
It's too straight, that black.
But I'm not really quite sure what the hell he was thinking there. I don't know why he didn't go forward.
Yeah, and I don't know what the hell what red he's played for there.
And we've seen him go forward a number of times and do it really well. That's very surprising he made that choice.
Well, this is all falling apart rather too soon here, this visit by Barker, because he's on nothing.
Yeah, that was terrible. I mean, he's put himself in a tough spot here.
I mean, he can pot the red, the one that's in the middle of the table to the left of the blue. He can pot that in his bottom right-hand corner pocket and bolt, but that's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. He's gonna. That was all or nothing as well.
Yeah, I would have thought. I'll tell you what I was thinking there was try to play safe behind the pink, because he had the line there. Hit that red thicker and try to go 3 rails behind the pink, because that pink ball was a huge ball where it was sitting. And I thought that was a reasonable play from there. Is you know, just because the lines were good for it.
Well, it's it's a big problem for everybody that plays in this tournament. When you're at this stage in the tournament and you're not putting enough points on the board in your visits, like Barkers is at the moment, and leaving stuff like this for Albie, this is just going to really settle Albie down here for 3-0. He's what?
Well, Barkers just made another big mistake there when he messed the position up that bad.
Well, he still needs to get rid of the deficit, but again, the table's at his mercy. And this is going to be a problem, because I think he's fairly straight on that red down the rail, so he's going to be nailed to the cushion. He can't risk trying to do anything.
No, he can't do a lot with this.
Yeah.
Well, he rolled it too far. He's trying to get an angle. Now he's got more angle than he wants. He could shoot the pink, but that's no bargain. He might shoot the yellow or the blue. He's looking at the pink and going, do I really want to shoot this? These kind of shots on this length of table where they seem like, oh, the ball's pretty close to the pocket, but, you know, yeah, he's looking at the blue now. He's trying to decide the worst of evils. This is a worst of evils choice. He's probably going to go for the red or blue. Yeah.
And that will do it. Needs to just come past the brown. And he's got the red and then the black to follow. So,
and this is a problem with you know, playing in high competition level, is if you you don't bring it, and this is what happens. I mean, Barker's, in my opinion, was a favorite in this match, and he's getting drilled right now.
Well, this is a frame ball essentially. Even though he's only slightly in front, this goes in. He's bound to be on the blue, or the pink, depending how far he wants to roll through, and he should be running out.
Well, Albin hasn't made a mistake in a long time, and that makes it tough. I mean, it makes it tough for Barkers. He's playing against a guy that just isn't making too many mistakes.
Roll through, the angle's good. He's going to be pretty nice on this yellow. Oh no, he's going around the corner. You got to watch.
I'm a little surprised he did that. I'm surprised he just didn't roll that ball and then shoot the green and come out for the yellow.
Yeah, and even the pace that he's hit that, he's still like 2 foot short of where he wanted that cue ball to be. He wanted that right out on the table.
I don't get that. He could have just rolled the blue.
But now he's recovered. So again, with this straight off the rail back across for the brown into the same pocket, it looks like from this angle.
Yeah. This is all she wrote.
So he's 13 in front. He needs brown and blue to secure a 3-0 lead here.
Well, that's not the best spot to be.
That wasn't it. I mean, why he didn't run around the corner and get somewhere in the middle of the table? He's right in the middle of the table, okay, but he ain't got a decent shot here. And
well, that's well, I mean,
it's frame ball.
It all works if you make this.
And it goes clean as a whistle.
Yeah, Albin's really playing well now.
Definitely 3-0.
Barkers was wondering what happened at this point.
It's really only going to take a decent visit for Barkers to find his feet. The problem is that it's frame after frame and it ain't happening so far.
Yeah, well,
his contributions are just not making it.
It's hard playing against somebody that's playing, close to perfect because, there's a lot of pressure, when you make a mistake, the guy's going to really hurt you. And
well, that's the heat of competition. That's what it's all about. Always got good nerve.
Well, he's not shooting at this. There's almost no way he's playing safe here.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the fact that Barkers is sticking with his plan and he's playing the right way. And this could be right on that brown.
Yeah, it's just spinning out. But again, it's an easy safety for Albie. You just send that red back into the bunch, pick the line and get good. I think he's just having a look to see if he nudges something what he's maybe bringing out into play. I think he's fine. If he gets this thin enough, it's just going to go in the middle of them. A bit like that. But the cue ball's a good length. That's very well done. Same for Barkers. He's going the other way. He's pushing the red back into the bunch. And just looking at how thin he wants to get it to find that line.
I'm a little surprised Albin's playing this well, and I'm a little surprised Barkers is struggling this much.
Now, again, he needs to miss the green. This is what happens when it doesn't go for you. You end up hitting a bulk colour like that, and Albie's got an easy red to start with and on the black. Although his chances of scoring a lot from it are not going to be great because the way the bunch is still tight. So immediately he must get this last red behind the black and get good in the black. Now this is an important shot straight away in this frame. It's all about how he finishes on this black ball, because there's nothing else there for him. And that's too far. It's no good. And he's probably just going to bail up table here. And there's nothing else to do. Take your 8 points and then duck for cover. You know, you can't be trying to do something totally crazy. He's too straight. So what does he want to do? Does he want to come back and play off the left ball or the right ball to get into baulk and try and find a line up to the green?
He may try to draw this back and play that one in the middle. I think he's trying to bump it, and he didn't get the bump.
Well, he may have actually trying to get a line to make that plant. I mean, the plant isn't set, but that's the only thing I could see that he's trying to do there.
I think he was trying to bump the top red and shoot the bottom one.
See, that there is just giving Barkers the easy escape.
Well, he's trying to get on the black. He hit it really thick. He needed to hit that super thin.
Now this needs a little bit. Well, it needs a little bit more. I would have tried to hit that thicker to get a better angle to that side cushion to push it towards the green.
Well, especially because the green is huge. You know, that green is a huge ball right now.
And again,
now Albin's going to have to hit something thick if he wants to get there.
You can use a better right hand side to just get that little bit of fizz off the rail, and that just sneaked out.
Oh, it just squeaked out. Man, that was close.
Well, if he's going to cut this in, he's got to get. He's putting right hand side the cue ball. He's trying to check the rail, and that was never going to work.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, he had to play that with loads of bottom on it to screw behind the black and get out of there. That's the shot. That's a one surefire way of making sure you're not getting into trouble.
Well, now he's potentially losing 7 points here if he doesn't hit this. I think he will, but you know, when you're jacked up over the rack,
it's the safest shot. You're going to give away 7 points, you don't get it. But the one thing you're not going to do is leave a red on.
Yep, there's 7.
Well, unlikely to leave an easy one.
He did just leave a red on, although he may get put back. We'll see.
I think Albie might be thinking that if he puts him back in, he'd be more likely to hit it this time, having had a practice at it, and Albie might not have a shot, but he's decided to let him have another go.
Yeah, he'll hit it this time, and Albin won't be in as good a spot either because he's not going to come out so far.
And that'll do it. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. You know, look at that. The one danger here with the shot I'm talking about is that red. That's the danger. If you're going this side off the rail and trying to come down here to the green, you're leaving a long red on.
I'm thinking he's going to shoot. I'm thinking he's going to shoot this red and the other red and stick the cue ball in the rack. That's what I would do because you get 2 more reds in the open and you leave it tough.
Yeah.
He actually shot the plant. That was even better in my shot. It was the same idea, except you're trying to make one.
He would have been on the black as well.
Yeah, but you know, now it's trouble time. Here we go with dink, 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 because what are you going to do? I guess you could try to put him on the black here. Does he have an angle on this ball where he can do it? This you could put on the black. And I'm not. I guess there's the one outside red, which is the danger. But if you hit it with the right speed, then if you miss the black, well, if you get on the top of it, you're in trouble. He's looking at this shot. This is the shot I'm talking about. Put him on the black. And he didn't hit it. And that was the danger, is you didn't want to come up short because you leave that red. Well, I think it was a good shot, but you had to say to yourself, I'm not coming up short on this thing because now Barkers have got action.
That was well done.
Yeah, I liked the shot Albin shot. I didn't like the execution.
So he's got 3 reds in the open that he can work with for the time being.
Yeah, and Barkers has had a couple rough goes trying to break the rack up. He probably won't get gun shy since the guy seems to play the same way all the time. You got to respect the fact that he sticks with the plan and doesn't change his game, and he just figures either I'm going to play good and win or I'm not and I'm going to lose, but he's not going to change what he's doing.
Well, that the red that's near the blue, it goes into the middle pocket. He's got to make sure he gets high enough. He doesn't want to be. He really wants to play the one that's over the pocket first.
He's going to draw. He's going to draw this back. Oh, he drew it into the stack. Wow, why'd he do that? I don't get that. I don't get that. I thought he'd just draw back to play for that red in the side.
Again, you've got to make the move at the right time, and again, there was always the likelihood of something like this happening when he's left himself with nothing and he had those reds to work with.
That was just lower tip position, hit it easier and let it draw back again, and he tried to move those reds. And that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I think he was looking at two options here. The option was drawing into the bunch of reds and the cue ball going loose, and if he wasn't good in any of them, he had something to bail out over the side pocket. That's what he was playing.
Well, but he needed to get that really moving. When the rack's like that, you got to get a lot of spin and speed if you're going to try to make sure the cue ball comes out of it.
Well, I think that red's on. Let's have a look.
It is on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's gotten away with it, and he just needs to make a big break, because so far he's been screwing them up. He needs a big break here and just make sure he wins the game.
Well, he's got to consider himself let off the hook there. The fact that he got that chance on that red there from Albinario's safety, and now these reds are sitting. Now again,
he's got to take the duck, the one near the side pocket.
He's got to get rid of these first, and all of the reds that are in the open here. Well, I didn't know he was in that red at the back of the bunch there. I didn't know.
I didn't either.
Well, that'll do.
And now he's going to play up.
He's got a red the other side that goes. The other three, they don't go, but he won't be worrying about them. He's just looking at tidiness. I see now he's finished. He's finished the one behind the pink.
He's got this one red over here, so he's still good. And once he gets rid of that, then it starts getting a lot tougher as far as what's left near the rack area.
Well, it won't be tough though, Steve, if he gets an angle on that pink. Now, let's have a look. See, he's got an angle in the pink where he can get a nudge right now, and again, he should be guaranteed to have a shot. Either in the red and ball or one of the reds into the side. Now, if he plays the stun, the stun shot opens these up. But is he going to chicken out this time? It looks as if he is. He's just going to go forward and tidy up the table.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's done this a lot in the past where he picks off all the balls around first, and that's the safe thing to do.
But, he's showing the patience of a snooker player, because there's always the likelihood that he could get good in that pink again and just get a little brush. But he's got time to do that, because he's got these other three reds in the open to put the score on the board. That's the most important thing.
Oh, he went a little too far there. He's okay though. He'll probably draw back for the black here.
Where's the angle? Let's have a look.
It's pretty straight. No, he's just going to take the blue. I guess he's going to clear up all these reds up table.
Well,
which is probably smart. Well, guess what, Hugh? I need to get rolling. I'd like to stay, but I can't. Yeah, I got to go to this meeting. But I'll be excited to hear how this match goes.
Yeah, well, it will be on YouTube. I'm going to just stay to the bitter end and have 3 hours sleep, more likely.
Well, I think this is going to be a long match, because I think Barkers is going to come back, and it's going to go, I see this being a pretty close match.
Well, the critical couple of shots are about to come in this frame. So anyway, thanks for joining, Steve.
Yep. Thanks, Hugh. Thanks for streaming.
Enjoy your meeting in inverted commas, because it's just going to be an eating and drinking session.
Well, There's always that, but yeah, it is a meeting, but there is going to be eating and drinking.
Yeah, it's eating,
All right.
meeting, right. We'll see you
Good
later.
night, guys.
Good night. I'll just tab out for a second and shut down Discord. That's one less process working. Just be a minute, guys. You won't be missing much. Where are we? That's not it. That's not it either. It's that. Quit Discord. Right, so we got rid of the Discord. And Barkers has got the angle in the blue. And he's just got the little nudge, and the cue balls come up reasonable enough that he can pot the red. He'll get a little brush off one of the other one, maybe. Just catch the edge of the other one at the back there. I don't think he can go through clean, but if he just catches the little edge, and he's judged it reasonably well. Break goes to 45. Now these are a little sphincter tester, these blacks. He's looking at the pink, and that's not much better. So he's, you know, you've got to be brave and go for the cut. This is the pretty much the frame clincher if you can get it. And a little bump in the pink there, and he's staring down the red, and again that was a well played shot. So he's now 44 in front. The red leaves Albi needing snookers, and the blue will secure it, and he's just looking at how much room he's got to get in the red, so it's just a little dink through, leave himself the right side, and this will settle Barker's stomach. So it's just again whether he can clear everything here. But he's played a couple of shots there, get perfect in the blue, get the little bump, played a brave shot in the black. The right shot, there's many a player would have bailed out up table and tried something else crazy, but you know, that black was testy. Yeah, he's dead straight in the brown, that's no good. So yellow back out into the table for the yellow again, or was he on it? Was that the last colour? No, it was the first colour. I thought it was the yeah, he's on the yellow and green. I thought he was he had potted the last red and he was on the yellow. But he's good to go here. So 68 is the break and 25 in the table. So what's that? 93 or 83? I can't count at this time of night. That's too heavy. Too heavy, but he's got more than enough angle to get back up for a shot in the pink, whether it be into the either corner or either centre pocket. And again played a nice controlled shot. And again just digging in to get the stun working. Perfect. Well, he's stroking the ball pretty nice in this visit, and it's a tidy clearance here from Barkers, and a break of 93 wins him his first frame in the board. And I'll have a quick drink. Well, again, the crazy shots to cut the red in on the left-hand side of the table and run into the black and ended up probably nothing. You're only hoping you're going to get good. So, to me, the shots to cut that red onto the black and get the cue ball back down to where he is right now. Well, he's hit it soft and thin, but the end result is Albie's got the cue ball back to more or less where it was. Similar idea, of course, for Barkers, because he's blocked from the right hand side, so he's just checking the pack to see what's coming out of this when he plays this red, because he can't see the back red, so he has to be playing that one, and he's got it thin enough. Misses it or bumps the green, little bump. Now the red that's second from the right, where the black is again, use the black or the other red just to hold the first red. And that's nudged the black. But the cue ball is excellent. Now it's tricky because Barkers is maybe going to be forced into taking the pot on. Well, he can see the edge of the one behind the black. It's fortunate he can see that, so he can still bail out. I thought he was maybe going to be forced into taking the pot there. But once again, he's got an excellent cue ball, and that's got Albie in trouble. He's also got a problem with where the black's sitting to try and go two cushions into the back of the reds. Oh, he's just going to roll into the top of the pack. Now this is dangerous. If he's going to play that red, he's going to have to spin off it to avoid contact with the blue. Because if he just hits it and cuts it, he's more likely going to catch the blue and leave that red on for Albie. So now we could be heading for another call a draw here. Although there should be an opportunity at some point for somebody just to skim up the table, even though there is that red out in the open on the right hand side. I think what we've got now is a touch and ball, I've just noticed, and Albie can get a free run at it. So that takes the re-rack out of the equation. Again, an easy enough safety. Again, Barker's doing the right thing each time, just checking where this first red's going to head to and what damage is going to be done when he hits it. And it's skimmed out. That's the damage that's happened here. It didn't get a full contact into that pink and reds. So Albie can't see the right side of the pack. He's got a wide open red. And if he's lucky, he may well have a shot in the pink here. He could get a shot in the pink into this side pocket. And, well, it's gone really awkward, I think, has it? No, has he bumped that far enough? Oh, that's perfect. The only problem is the black's going on its spot. And it's available into the other corner. So he's got to get high enough off this red. And if he gets the right angle, he can bump the other red out the way. I don't think he's gone far enough though. Nope, that needed to be there. Cue ball needed to be there so he could bump that red out the way. So he's going to screw back. I think he can get away with that. Doesn't want to go too far. Well, he's blocked off in the black, but he's got a pink into the middle, but he's got an awful lot of acreage to cover to come back up the table for this red. And you've got to then think, well, you know, it's just like an inch and a half too far there on that black. Oh, that was a great shot. I mean, he's awkward, but it was a very good shot. Now he can if he can jack up high enough, I think he can. Is he putting any spin on this? This is really horrible. Yeah, that's extremely well done. Okay, he's not going to have much after it, I don't think, but it was a good shot. And he's got an easy escape route up table here. But he's going to try and, is he going to try and dig in? Yep, here we go. And that's the problem when they're all bunched together and you've not got a great angle. But he has a cut, and he's also going to brush off the second red, I think, and probably stay in the black. Well, you could really get right into, even the angle's a bit too straight. He's got the red into the middle pocket here, I think. Or is he going? No, I'm not quite sure what he's played for. I mean, obviously this is the one that he's probably played for, but I think that red went into the middle pocket. Now he's got to hope he can squeeze through here. Well, he's got the bump. And I think he's got too much angle in the black to drag this black ball in and get really good in this red. It's you've got to get it enough, obviously, to get the black to the pocket. But he's putting loads of bottom on it to get the pace in the cue ball, but to drag and kill the cue ball. It's like playing a draw shot. And again, that was excellently executed by Albinario. Really got the hold on that cue ball there. Again, he's just gone too far. He's way too straight, but of course just a roll through. Now what's he doing? Drawing back for the red into the same pocket. It looks like it at the moment. Yeah. So the break goes to 55, and we are approaching the critical point in this break, because it all hinges on getting something moving with these reds. I'm just having a look at that that set there. That's going to the jaw. It looks as if it's taking a chunk of the jaw. I'll be trying to get out for the last open red, and it's just going to be a roll through to the side cushion. But he must have some sort of angle to do some damage here, unless he spotted something else in this bunch of reds. I don't see anything. And he's leaving himself high enough, get the top in the cue ball and get a bump of some description. There is definitely nothing on. Now what's he doing? Yeah, he's got loads of side in the cue ball, and he's come out good. He's got a little stun into the side pocket, down for the black. The break goes to 71 and the table is at his mercy. And this could be a very big break, commentator's curse. Got to get high enough each time. And that's giving him a choice, either or, but he's still beyond the black. Well, Steve will be a bit gutted at having to leave if this ends up what we think it might end up being. Now, looking at the angle here, you can stun through and play for position on either of those reds, and even if he goes too far, he's got the red down the rail. And he's now got the choice. The fact that he's actually so good on this red in the rail is one reason for taking it right now. Well, he has got an angle, but he's going to hang off. No, he's not. Well, he's back looking at the other red. But I think this is as good a time as any to get rid of this one. You know, it's he might not get as good on it. Now, he could, all he's trying to do here is draw into the area behind these reds. That's all he's trying to do. He's guaranteed to be on something. And if he goes a bit too far, he can get rid of the one in the far side. And again, that is perfect. Little roll through. Break goes to 95. Once again, you've got to just get up high enough. Anywhere high enough in the middle of the table will give you a choice of these two reds. You don't want to chicken out. And that's perfect again. You know, get yourself high enough each time. You're always going to be good. So, the break is 103. There was 43 left in the table. And this could be very big. Now he's looking around and looking around. The black, he's got a bit more angle than he would like, but he's looking at the blue. But really, the black's a shot to play because you're going to be on the red as long as you hit it hard enough and get high enough. It's the right shot. It's a tough shot. He's looking and looking and looking. He knows this is a shot. This is the one he has to play. There's no point in trying to bail out up table when you've got the shot that gets you on the red. Just got to make sure you hit it and get high enough. And that will do. Will it? He's going to be awkward. But he can. I think he can get reasonably good in the queue here. And again, he just needs to drop this in and come back out onto the black. It's all about just potting the ball. It's tough. Well, he's digging in to see if he can get enough bottom to screw across for the black. That's looking like what he's playing. And he's played it well again. And he's got the angle in the black. This is anywhere up this side, but don't go too soft in it and you'll be on the yellow. Now, pink isn't blocking the blue. It goes into the both middle pockets. So he's got to go forward to the side short cushion here and side cushion. Needs to bounce, and that's perfect. Break goes to 119. Got to get back far enough to get good in this green. It's a wee bit more of a cut. He could have been a bit further out, but he's still fine. I mean, this just goes across the table and back for the brown into the same pocket. Keep going, keep going. Now once again, he's got a nice angle, so he should be going forward and up this side for the blue. And he really wants, this is where he wants to really try and get as perfect as he can in the blue to make it simple to work this pink. Well, he's gone just a bit too heavy, but it does cleanly go. But I think he's just got to get this to the hole. It's all about just judging the pace. But he now ties the highest break for the tournament on 128, which was made by Mal. And then it goes. Now it needs to just hold up. Now he can pot the pink. And he's got to come back across the black into the same pocket. That's the shot. So he's just got to get the pace in it. And he's now got the highest break for the tournament. But he wants to clear the board here for a very big break that's unlikely to be beaten. He doesn't need to put any side on this cue ball, he just needs to let it run off the rail and back across far enough, so he's got to go right through with the shot. He doesn't want to leave the cue ball in the middle of the table with only a double in the black or something daft like that. He's worried about the side pocket for some reason or whatever, but he's now looking at this. He's in two minds here, but the shot is going forward. He's fine. He's going forward to the side rail and back across. And that is excellent because it's got the pace, and that was beautifully played. Again, we talk about playing the right shot, and when he's came up against it, he's played the right shot each time. The break is 139. And in goes the black for a 146. So that is the third 146 we've seen this. I'm going to type well done. And we've seen 3 146 breaks this year. 2 of them were by Neil Robertson in the 2023 World Professional Snooker Championships, and the third one was by Albinario, and that was an excellent break. Is there anybody watching this in the stream? Nobody's saying anything, nobody's saying well done or nothing. Are you all falling asleep here? Come on guys, you're You're going to go a long time before you see anything like that. Oh, Dwight's there. He's woke up. That was superb. Well, Steve's going to be kicking himself because Steve left the building and Albinario's dished up a 146. Well, that is pretty much guaranteed Albinario for the high break prize of $1,000 which I've put up. I knew that 128 was unlikely to win it, and it'll be well deserved for Albi no matter what happens, but he's now in a 4-1 lead here. I'm just going to annoy Steve by sending him a message. And hopefully he's got his phone on. I'm just really going to annoy him. Because if he's got his phone on, he'll get his little alert coming through. I'll see if I get a reply. I'll be interested to see if he actually checks his phone, if he gets an alert. But just typical, Steve leaves the building and Albi gets a 146. So that was, what was it? It was frame number 5, wasn't it? Anyway, welcome to Lard. Well, Albinario has sent out the message to not only Barkers, but those that are still left in this tournament that he's going to be hard to beat when he's on his game. And there's no better way of sending that message out than a 146 total clearance. Well, Barkers has to find a way to respond. And the question is whether he wants to stick to what he's doing and hope the chances will come. The problem is that when they do, he must be putting the score on the board, and that's not easy. Again, very good length of the cue ball for Albie. He's really found a pace. And this looks good as well. Got to try and cover that left hand side escape route, and that's what he's done. But just enough room to get this red. And you're always trying to miss the bulk colour. Little kiss in the brown's fine, because again it covers that left hand side. Now you've got to be careful with this red, because that red could nudge something else here depending how thick you hit it. I think he's going for the extreme red on the far side there. Well, Albie won't be interested in that red that's out in the open, because again, it'd be far too risky. He's just going to tuck that away and head back down towards the green if he can. Oh, this has just caught the green. Didn't quite get the length that time. So you can see the reds are just spreading that wee bit more. And the black, let's have a quick look at that. Well, the black's off its spot slightly. Pink is now, is it on its spot? It's hard to tell. I think the red might be in the pink spot. You could end up seeing these reds going from right to left as they are at the moment, and now that the cue ball's sort of almost blocked off on the right hand side, you might see them going the other way now, left to right. I mean, he still can see the edge of that red there, and that's going to simply go into the other reds. He's not going to bring anything into play really if he gets this thin enough. In fact, is there two reds there? There's actually two reds. And again, he's got it thin enough. How's the line? Well, that opens up the right hand side again. Same again for Barkers. He can go to the far red, and he's just we're going to end up in a proper cluster here behind the black. Oh, he's went for the top red. And that'll work as well. Because again, he's got the pace beautiful there. Perfect length. This is where you always want to stick your opponent in snooker, right on that baulk cushion. Well, now we've got an even bigger target to get behind with that yellow getting nudged towards the brown, so sooner or later somebody's going to get there. But this is also a bit tricky because of, oh, hang on a minute, because the open reds here, they're all, if you're playing off any of them, you're likely to find a gap and just send one through the gap and open it up. That's why he's staying well away from them at the moment. Well, the red to the left of the pink clearly pots, but you know what value is in they're going for it. Well, Albie's decided he's going for it, and you know it's got him a point. He's probably not going to get much else. I mean, he shouldn't be playing the pink. He should be playing the green to duck in behind that yellow and brown. That's what he should be doing. He's trying to jack up and come back off this pink. This is it's aggressive, and he can be thankful he never got on the red, did he? I don't think he did. I don't think Barkers can get enough of these. And Albinario had an easy safety there, playing that green and ducking behind the brown and yellow. So now we're back to square one, and of course the chances of getting a big score here are not great, with the pink and black being dead. And these baulk colours are not really handy either, where they're sitting, they're all off the spot. The only real ball that's in good play is the blue. Well, that was a nice shot in the red, but it's going to be hard work for Barkers. Now again, he could put Albie in trouble. He's got a tough cut in this blue, and he's got an easy option to put Albie in trouble here. But he might be thinking at 4-1 down, it's not really worth it. He's got to try and be positive. I don't think he's got much joy out of that, has he? Well, that red will go. It goes in the gap. But he's also got to get out of there as well. I think that's the one to play. I mean, he's got plenty of room to get it into the pocket, but he's got to get up table. And I think the only dicey thing here is whether he can get out of there clean enough and thin enough. Well, I think that if he stuns that, he can try and get through the gap. Maybe a bit of bottom to try and help it on its way. We're about to find out. Well, he caught the red, but he at least can see the blue and he can cut it in. But again, he doesn't want to collide with anything in baulk. You know, it's all about potting the blue again, because he's bound to have a shot on a red. Or is he? Well, I don't think it's finished all that great. I mean, that red obviously there goes, but he's running into a whole heap of trouble going for that. That one there, that's too tight and it's awkward and it won't go. He's sort of backed himself into a corner here. Yeah, it's either way he looks at it, and no matter how often he looks at it and how long enough he looks at it, it's still ugly. And this is horrible, because this is really to try and give you control of the table still. He's going to do a running into balls that he doesn't want to, and doesn't know how this is going to come out, but I think he's going to have to do it. Well, I think it's really a close call that he can get enough of the black to pot it into the side. He can cut the pink in, but that is really tricky. I think he'll be even glad that he's got this shot. He's just got to get it dead weight, but it can't go to the cushion too soon here. And that's too soon, way too soon. And of course now you were guaranteed you were going to probably leave a red on at that pace, and there's an easy pink to follow, and Albinario could be off and running here. The pink will be in play on its spot, and he'll have a whole heap of reds to choose from. How does that look? Not great either. He's got the cut back, that one. He's got that one into the corner there, but they're not gimmies, either of them. Again, this is just about getting the cue ball out of there and up the table. And that's well done. Nice on the pink, where he can stun it in and hold the cue ball. He can dink that red in, get the pink into the side if he wants. He's rolling through far enough for the pink into the other side. And again, it's just a tidy up job with what you have there. Obviously those two reds are a bit awkward, but he won't worry about them for the time being. He's just going to try and work with what he's got. Now he could, I don't know what the angle's there, that he could stun into the black here and still hold for the pink. No, he just played it clean. It was risky. Well, the one thing that we've seen from Albinario tonight, and again I'll have to re-watch this, but unforced errors, there's not been an awful lot of them. He's been fairly clinical given the opportunities that he's had, I can't recall him. Okay, early on there was one or two from both players. You can forgive them for that. But Albinario has really settled in. And that 146 has really warmed him up. And he's looking to really build on that and take this match right away from whatever grasp that Barkers had in getting back into this, to give him slim hopes of it. Well, that's probably worked out badly. He's had the nudge, and of course the black blocks the pink. Now he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball other than stop the cue ball. When he pots this blue, he's on the red, obviously to the left of the pink as we're looking. So it's all about the pot again, and making sure you don't stop the cue ball the other side of the blue spot and snooky yourself. You don't want to do anything daft like that. And that's fine. Now, again, looking at how he is in the red, I mean, if you roll forward far enough, you can end up sort of awkward in the corner, playing the pink into the side. So he's only really got a choice of a couple of colours here. It's whether he comes back for the blue. You can forget these in bulk, they're no good to him. Looks as if he's trying to get reasonably good on the blue, and that's reasonably good. And this is a tricky one. Let me look at the angle. I mean, if he just pots the blue and draws into the table here, he's got to finish high enough to get a shot in either of those two reds. Don't want to go too low like that. That's the problem. He's overcooked it. Well, now the break is 47. He's got a healthy little lead here. No doubt he's going all out for the pot. Try and clinch it in one visit. And that has worked out pretty nice. He can pot the black, bump the pink, hold for the red. And again, it's just about potting the black. You don't worry about the cue ball. You're going to catch something of the pink, and you're pretty much guaranteed you're on the red. So Albinario, as Steve said earlier, is definitely meaning business. And again, of course, Barkers, the current world champion, has maybe found out a bit more about Albinario's pedigree in this match. So the break stands at 64 with a blue to come for 69, and there is still 35 in the table, so this could be the possibility of back-to-back centuries from Albinario here. Oh, he's chickened out there. He didn't go through with a stroke, but it's a 69 break that secures frame number 6 for Albinario. Now with a 5-1 lead, and it could have been another turn. Well, that little bump there by Albi has worked out nice. That's freed up the black. It's always risky doing that, but every now and again you can get a little roll of the ball, and then he rushed the black. Well, this is all your eggs in one basket here for Barkers. He's got a start, he's got an easy start, and he's got reds to work with. The question being asked of him now is can you produce the goods at a vital time where you're staring down the barrel of a gun and you have to dish up. This is what tournament play is all about in any type of sport, is that when you are down and you know you have the ability, can you produce that ability at that time when asked? And that is not an easy job to do. Oh, I didn't notice you there, ambient town browser. Yes, you missed the 146 clearance by Albinario. I think it was frame number 5, was it? But that break of 146 beats the previous high run in the tournament by quite a margin. It was 128 to Mal, and Albinario just took the first break, the high break prize away from everybody there with that 146. Now, to me, that 146 was as good as a 147, because 146 is even more rare than a 147. As I said when he done it, that's the third 146 that we've seen, or I've seen this year. I saw the 2 that Neil Robertson done in the proper professional World Championships back in April, and I've never seen anybody do it in virtual pool. But I have tonight. I'm glad I stayed up for it. I'm just wishing I could get to bed now. So, Barker's on a break of 52 and one more red to work with, and he has to get good on more than likely the black. Now he's took the big risk there, because you know the laws of snooker and the sort of unwritten rules of snooker is that you never go into the pack of reds off a red. But he took the risk because if the cue ball did go free, that he was maybe going to have a shot in a bulk colour or something. But he wasn't great. He could have took the green on there, but what he's done is the right thing, because he's got a healthy lead. He's done the right thing to duck away and not take on anything risky. Don't say that. I mean, it's already 10 minutes to 11, well past my bedtime, and I'm up at 4 AM. Well, that foul by Albinario, and that safety, or that snooker that Barkers chose to put Albinario in, and has got him the reward. Now, he's got that red, of course. Now, how is he on it? He's way too straight. He's going to have to screw back. Needs to get a bump. And now he's in perfect position because he can stun the black in, or he can run to the cushion and come out, but he'll be on that red at the back of the bunch there into the corner. Doesn't need to break anything else out, because once he picks these off in the right order, by getting rid of that one, it opens up the other one into that corner as well. And he can go through clean. Now, how is he sitting again? Well, he's fine. Just a little screw back off the black. Up high enough for the red. And in fact, he's in the one in the middle of the three, and they can get back onto the black. So the frame is now sealed. He's gone way too far on the black, and he could dig in here and look for the stun. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but Albinario won't be interested in doing any more in this frame. We'll get on to the next one. So it's frame number 2 on the board for Barkers. Trails by 5 frames to 2. Well, he's collided with the black. Oh, wrong button. Hang on a minute to correct that. And it does thin cut in. Now, the question is whether he wants to try and thin cut that with left hand side so that he can smack into the reds. That would be crazy, and it would be aggressive. He's got the left hand side on it, and that's what he tried. You know, that's a risky shot, but again, he was doing and going for it and trying to progress the frame. And I think he'll be quite happy with the outcome, because he's left nothing here that is by no means easy for Albinario. That red doesn't go past the yellow, and the only one that will go is the one he's looking at, and that's a dodgy cut. And he's overcooked it. Oh, but that bump on the brown has saved him, because that cue ball was running around the corner for the red below the blue there, and Barkers is actually in trouble here. He's got to find somewhere where he's not leaving Albi an easy shot. The problem is we've got the red down above the yellow, which goes into this corner pocket. So he's going for the pot, I think. He's looking at the angle. It looks as if he's going for that one there, knowing that he's going to be unlucky not to be on the black. But if he gets this in, he's got loads of reds to choose from if he can get on the black, and it was a tough shot. And this is going to squirt around the corner, and Albi's got the red into the middle, and already this is a good chance to clinch the match. Now, he's gone too far for the black. The blue's wide open, so again, nothing much to do with the cue ball. I'm falling asleep here. I muted myself because I was yawning. But look at the table now. The pink's gone on to the brown spot. That won't really matter because the blue is there, the black is there. And Albinario is already on 46 here. And it most certainly is a frame and match winning opportunity. And dare I say it, another chance of a very big break. Again, high enough for either of those two reds, and again he's perfect. So that last red that's there, the handy thing about it now is that it could well be the last red that he pots, but he's pretty much guaranteed he should be good on the yellow from it. The only concern would be is where the brown is, and the fact that the pink's there and not on its spot. But he won't worry about that. It's about getting over the line, and that black takes him to 69. The red takes him to 70. And I think there's still 75 in the table. Have I counted this right? Or have I got my... I think it's too late at night, I can't work it out. Well, there's 59 in the table. I've got it now. There's 59 in the table. And he's now 100% guaranteed he's in the final. And it's not been a faultless performance by Albinario, but what it has been is he scored pretty heavily at the right time. And he scored heavily enough here to secure the match. But what's it going to end up being? The break is 86. The black takes it to 93. I think it could be a 140 here. It's unlikely it will be because of the red by the blue. Because there's 43 left in the table. What did I say he's on? He's on 93. No, 133. I think, yeah, it probably won't be because of the red being down where the blue is. I think this red's a bit straight along the cushion. He's going to have to bump it in. Yeah. Well, the break ends on 93, but it secures the match for Albinario. So a tremendous high break of the tournament, and almost 3 other centuries, 2 other centuries at least, in that match from Albi. So that was a really strong performance when it was mattered most. So Albinario is into yet another final, and Barkers moved over to the one-loss side. And I'm going to say well played and head off to bed. And thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you tell those that didn't get to see it to go and watch Albinario's 146. So well, that's the thing. Albinario wasn't in that last World Championships and that Barkers won, but he now knows that Albi's really, really strong. So well done to Albinario. Good luck to Barkers in the possible rematch, because he knows what he's going to be up against. So I'll bid you all good night, guys. I'm heading to bed. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again.